Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As at the title of this video, or you can see the title of this video, it is going to be about all things postpartum. I had a bouncing, beautiful baby girl in January and June 18th. Depends on when this video goes up, but on June 18th, she will officially be 5 months. So I'm just doing a 5-month postpartum update. I was gonna do a couple of updates prior to this, but let me just tell y'all, my life is hectic now. Like, who knew that, like, having a baby, like, everything you're doing is just like go, 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 go. So if you're watching this video, my name is Janelle. I actually do all things budgeting, and I also include work week lunches, grocery hauls, and meal planning, and then also some lifestyle videos. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So we're gonna just jump right on into it and just talk all things postpartum. So what is it like having a newborn baby? Y'all, if y'all have kids, I respect y'all so much more. Okay, the things that you can learn to adapt to and just do things. I mean, you know, you say like, I don't think that I could do that. And then you get in that situation and you just figure it out. Y'all, my baby girl is a blessing. We are one and done. We are not having any more children. One is all we wanted and needed. Now, I'm not gonna say never. There's a very slim chance that we could potentially have another child in a couple of years, but we are probably about 98% sure that we aren't having any more children. So we are going to put all of our love and attention into our one child. But it's amazing, and at times it's hard, or you kind of just think about, I remember when it used to be so quiet and I can just lay here and not do anything. So it's just taking some adjusting to, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel like I'm very blessed because a lot of the things that some parents at this age would maybe complain about, it's not stuff that I have to worry about. Like, baby girl goes to sleep around 7:30, 8, the latest, and she's out for the count until 7 o'clock the next morning. So she is a really good sleeper. She doesn't cry unless she's hungry. And I mean, I can imagine she gets that from me. That's how it was when I was pregnant. I went from 0 to 100 really, really quickly. She's very, very independent, and she just likes to play by herself and stuff like that. So it's not that challenging, but when she's awake, it's kind of hard to get other things done sometimes, because she'll play with like one thing for maybe 15-20 minutes, just depending on if it's in the morning or in the afternoon. So I'm a morning person, and she's a lot more like calm and more relaxed in a sense in the morning. So I'll wake up and try to make sure I get everything accomplished, because then as it gets closer to the end of the day, she kind of just, I don't know what it is, but she just gets a little bit more like, I'm not gonna say like fussy, but she gives you less time in the evening to do stuff. It's getting closer to her bedtime, and she just does not want to be bothered, y'all. So that's kind of how it is. But my husband is a great father, and he is a great support system. Out here, we don't have any friends or family, so it's just me and my husband. And okay, I'm not gonna say we don't have any friends, because that's not true, but we don't have any family out here. And so I don't really like asking people to do stuff for me or my family, and now my child. So I'm not gonna say that we don't have friends, but we do, but I'm not leaving my child with them, because that's not their responsibility. But yeah, so it's just us, you guys. And so I'm sorry, y'all, like this chair is just, okay, we're all good. So yeah, my husband is a great support system. A lot of women don't talk about this, but I'm just gonna be very honest with y'all. After having my baby, I wanna say 2 weeks in, I started suffering from postpartum depression. And I'm still working through it. It's getting a little bit easier, but I've just learned to give myself grace and make sure that I'm talking to someone, because that is very important, and to learn to ask for help when you need help, and don't let mom guilt grow on you, because there's just a lot of stuff you see parents doing other things. Now I kind of understand this whole parent world where everybody's like, oh, you have to do organic this, you got to use this, or you got to use that, or you're not a good parent, and this, that, and the third. And it can get to you, you guys. Like, it really can get to you, especially as a first-time mom. For me, it was like, am I doing the right thing for my child? Like, am I supposed to use this, or what if I use it? But it is all on what you want to do for your child. Whatever you choose to do for them, or how you choose to raise them, that is really all on you, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise, unless you're like really physically causing your child harm. But so yeah, I do have postpartum depression, and like I said, I'm working through that. So just make sure that if you guys are having a child, or you just had a child, just give yourself grace, and everything will come as needed. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I miss my baby bump, but now that I don't have it, I struggle with looking in the mirror and saying, like, when is my stomach gonna go down? I did end up having to have an emergency C-section, which was of course not planned. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not until like right now my stomach has really like flattened out to what I look like almost pre-pregnancy. I'm gonna say as of today, literally I walked out to go get some medication for myself, and I've never felt like this, like light, like I'm still carrying some weight, but I feel a lot better. So I needed to give myself grace in that area, because my goodness, y'all, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. It's still a struggle, but I'm just taking it day by day by day, and just going on with that. So that's kind of like my postpartum situation. I'm starting to fit back into all of my clothes. This was a shirt that I had pre-baby, and it fits me now like all the way, and I'm fitting back into like my jeans and things of that sort. So I'm losing weight. I'm not even really exercising yet, and I'm not eating 100% the way that I would need to be eating. So I know that there's a lot more for me to gain rather than lose in this situation, but I'm just trying to take care of myself, and my mental health, because I can't give if I don't have anything to give. So I am also trying to take care of myself as well, so that I can give to my baby and to my husband, our relationship, to my job, and all that in between. With that being said, I am at a new job since I've gone back to work. I love my new job. I love, you know, my coworkers, my residents, and all of that kind of stuff. But I have also been having just some like medical issues as well. And it sucks because I've never missed work this much. And so I'm hoping in the next 2 or 3 weeks or so, I can get this stuff solved and get back to working every week, which y'all will see in my budget for June, for the remainder of June. It's not looking too well, maybe. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that y'all will see this before June ends. We'll see when this video goes up. But yeah, if you haven't watched anything in June, go ahead and watch my June monthlies and my weekly check-ins. So work is good. It's good. It's good. It's good. And shout out to my job for being so patient, because during this time, there's a lot of jobs who would just be like, you know what, you need to go. And we're not going to deal with this. So I appreciate them for that. Next topic is going to be baby, right? So I did show you guys baby girl during a grocery haul. So if you have not seen that, I will link that video in the description box. Definitely check it out. Like I said, June 18th, baby girl will be officially 5 months, y'all. She's gonna be 5 months, and let me tell you, she is the most grown 5-month-old baby I have ever met in my life, okay? So based on her teachers and her doctors, they say that she's very advanced for her age. She does currently have 2 bottom teeth, and 2 of her 2 top teeth are now coming in. I won't be surprised if they're in the next couple of days. She is sleeping through the night, like I mentioned before. She's sleeping about 12, 13 hours at night, and then she still gives me like an hour and 15 naps during the day when she's home with me on the weekends. She gives me about 3 naps in the day. So my girl can sleep, okay? She can sleep, once again, just like her mom, because I'm a huge sleeper. She is rolling front to back, back to front, okay? And that's normally what they're doing right now. So a lot of these things that she's achieving, actually, she's achieved them in her 3-month mark, actually. So none of these things are new to her in her 5th month. She has achieved these things in her 3rd month. She is now crawling, which is a 4-month thing. Once you turn 4 months, she did start to crawl. She'll actually stand up as well. Like, we'll put her standing up on the couch, and she'll hold on to the couch and like try to move side to side. So yeah, she may be walking in a couple of months, y'all. She may be walking. She is also eating solids. So right now she is taking the beech nut organics, and we let her have like 1 or 2 a week just to make sure she's not allergic to it or anything like that. But y'all, she loves the veggies. We aren't giving her any fruits right now. We want her to kind of get used to the veggie stuff. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's just like, she likes green beans, and it's literally just like green beans like with water and pureed. And I tried it and I was like, oh no, So I'm glad that she likes it, because I don't want her to get too caught up in all of the sweetness stuff. So she does that, and like I said, she's sleeping through the night. She is very aware. She loves laughing, y'all. Like anything, she is laughing. And I don't mean laugh like, she's like, like laughing like she really finds like pure amusement with whatever you're doing. She loves to babble on. We are teaching her sign language right now as well too. So she kind of understands like milk. I've been slacking a little bit, so I need to get on it, right? But we are teaching her sign language. She does go to a Montessori school, so we don't do TV with her really, unless it's like racing and me and my husband are home. We'll let her like look at the racing, because that's gonna be part of her life. But she doesn't really like watch TV or anything like that. So she doesn't really have any toys either, y'all. She gets a Love Every kit, and that is the only toys that she has. And so that is what she does, y'all. But we just let her like play with her rag. Like literally, I don't want to have to spend money if I don't have to. All right. Lastly, sort of kinda, is I wanted to do this video also because I wanted to share some of my products that I absolutely like love or felt was really necessary for me once I had my baby. So if anybody is planning on having a child or is pregnant and don't know what you need for your baby, I'm gonna tell you this. Everyone is going to tell you you need all these different things, all these fancy gadgets and all that stuff. And I'm gonna tell you this. Really, your baby's gonna dictate what they want and what they don't want, okay? Me and 2 of my coworkers, we all had babies around the same time, and each of our babies liked certain things and didn't like other things. They might have bought things that their babies don't need, but then I bought it and my baby used it. So I really feel like don't get too much things. But for me, I feel like some of these things are like staples that I believe that most babies can get with. It just really depends. So my first one, y'all, is, and I think it's important to do your research too, because while I was pregnant, me and my husband did a lot of research with a lot of things, which I'm glad we did, because we did not buy that many things or put too many like unwanted things on our, what is it called? our baby registry, so we didn't end up with a whole bunch of things like in our house just like unopened or anything. I'm not gonna lie, we have a wipe warmer that we never opened up. To me, it didn't make sense. In the middle of the night, I just don't have time. The wipe is right beside me and I'm just pulling it out. Like I couldn't wrap my head around the wipe warmer situation, y'all. So I think that's the only thing that we have. I'm trying to look around my house. I think that's maybe the only thing that we have in our house that we did not use. I think everything else, that's a lie, but that was not baby stuff. That was for like me. So my first thing is a baby sterilizer, like bottle sterilizer. I think it's very important because you want your bottles to be as clean before you give it to your baby. So we wash our bottles and then we steam and sterilize it. We originally was gifted a Dr. Brown sterilizer. Never again with that sterilizer because it sterilized the stuff but left it watery, so there was no heat. So it was like you would take it out and it was almost just like you were just finished washing it. So that was a waste. But we ended up going to buy a brand new Philips Avent sterilizer, and I'm gonna try and find a picture and put it up here somewhere or somewhere over here so you guys can see it. I love it. It is like the best thing ever. Her spoons, her teethers. Baby girl does not do pacifiers, but we do have one, so while she's teething, it's like nice and cold and she can chew on it too. So we have that, her bottles and everything like that. They all go in that sterilizer, y'all, and it is the best, okay? The best. Like, I don't know what I would do without this sterilizer. Well, I do. I would go and buy it because our other sterilizer was just a no-no, okay? So I know that sounds crazy, but I think everybody can agree that they need some kind of sterilizer. Even if it's not the version that we have, we can all agree that you need a sterilizer. I think that is very important. And with the sterilizer, I think I talked about this in another video, maybe not, but we had Dr. Brown's bottles, y'all. And at first we thought we really liked them. But then I found out that we don't really care for them. One, they have a lot of parts and I was making an excuse for them. But the nipples is where we were having a huge issue. My baby girl, she does not drink, okay? She gulps. So the hole and the actual like nipple itself is like very, like, you can just move them around, if that makes sense. Like, it's not sturdy. So she was just like gulping down everything. And then she already has like GERD and all these other stomach issues and stuff. And so she would just be throwing up all of her milk afterwards because she was just gulping everything down. And so I just did not feel like it was working. But let me tell y'all, Philips Avent bottles, oh yes, baby. And they have two. So not the one that like mimics like the breast with all the nipples on the side. I'll put a picture of one of the bottles up here or one of these again. But we love those bottles. It's a lot less things, but we needed it because she, you know, with the colic and the gas and all that stuff, like I said, she does have digestive issues. So we were trying to make sure that we were taking care of that as well too. So I really love those bottles, y'all, okay? Though the sterilizer and the bottles, they really out here saving my life right now, okay? I really love those bottles. So that is like my second or my second thing that I really love. And you won't really know what kind of bottle your baby needs, because you don't know if your baby's gonna be a very easy baby and can just drink out of any bottle, or if they're gonna need stuff depending on, you know, stomach issues or gas issues or colic or whatever it may be. So it's kind of hard to know which baby bottle you will like. So I was always advised, don't invest too much in one bottle until you have an idea, once your baby is born, what actually works for them. And that is kind of the case, because we did invest a little bit, just a little bit, in Dr. Brown's bottles, and now they're all sitting up there. So I'm thinking that I need to go and sell those as well too, because I'm trying to get rid of so many different things that we just don't need anymore because she's outgrown them, especially her clothes, y'all. Next is going to be a Graco Playpen. Once again, a picture is going to be up here somewhere. We originally, when we found out we were pregnant, a neighbor gave us a bassinet. Never used a bassinet, y'all. This playpen that we had came with a bassinet and a changer. Let me tell you, baby girl slept in that bassinet about 1 or 2 and she was like, no, no, ma'am, this is not it. It is literally sitting in our living room with like a whole bunch of other stuff in there that we kind of like need to give away too. So yeah, the bassinet thing just wasn't for us. And then it came with like a little changer table. And I want to say maybe after like week 3, we didn't use that either. And I understand. It was like, if you're by the bed, you put them on the bed. You're on the couch, you're on the couch. You're on the floor. Like we have carpet like in the bedrooms and we have like a mat. So like if you're on the floor, you just change the baby on the floor. So it was kind of too much to be bringing the changing like pad everywhere that you were going. So that just stopped being used. But let me tell y'all, that playpen, it's like a lifesaver, y'all. She slept in that playpen, like I said, since the day she came home pretty much. 2 days after that, she was sleeping in a playpen. We actually had 2 playpens, but one of them we actually bought like a mattress for. And so that's where she's just been sleeping. And now she's going to be graduating to her bedroom and sleeping in her actual crib up in her room. So I don't know how she's gonna feel about that, y'all, because every time we put her on the bed in her room, she's like, this is not the bed that I was sleeping in, and I don't want to do it. So y'all pray for me. But the playpen, y'all, is the best. I don't know. I think the bassinet can work. It just depends once again on your baby, but I feel like that Graco Playpen was perfect because let's say she did sleep in that bassinet, then you already had the bassinet, the changer, and the playpen all in one, and it was a lot cheaper than buying a separate like changing table and then having a separate bassinet and then also having to get a playpen as well too. It was just all in one, and I think we paid like $176 for it. Once again, we didn't really need 2 parts of it, but it is what it is. Like I said, you don't really know what your child wants or enjoys until they're in it. And I think baby girl gets this from me, where I think she felt very claustrophobic in that versus the playpen, which has a lot more like space. I don't know. She sleeps well now, so that could also be it too. But I really love my Graco Playpen, and we're gonna hold on to that sucker, okay? She's gonna play in it. We'll take off the sheets and then put the other like pad down in there when she's a little bit older so that she can play in there whenever like I'm in the kitchen or anything like that. So that is number 3. Number 4 is baby girl's a great sleeper now. She wasn't always a great sleeper, but that wasn't her fault. It was her stomach's fault. But I did buy a nested bean. Once again, one of these pictures will be over here. And I love it. We stick her in it, and it puts like pressure, either a little bit of pressure on their chest or on the back, whichever way they're sleeping. Now she sleeps on her side, her back, her front. She moves around all night long. You'll put her on one side and she ends up on the other side in the morning. So it's however we put her to sleep. We normally will now put her to sleep maybe on her back, and then she'll roll over onto her stomach. But I love it. You don't have to wrap her up in any sheets or anything like that, and it's nice and comfy. And I think we have not, well, actually she slept without it before, but she does really, really well with that knapsack. And this is going to be my thing. If your baby doesn't like swaddling, I think that the nested bean is the best way to go, because baby girl did not really care for swaddling. You could only get her to swaddle like in the midday, but she wouldn't swaddle at nighttime. She wouldn't swaddle in the morning. And I mean, she was a ninja. She was just like bam, bam, bam. No matter what kind of swaddles we were using, she was out of them. But that nested bean is like perfect for her. She can move her hands and her feet, but she's still like enclosed. And I think that's how you get your sleep, man. That's how you get your sleep. Not when they're just born. You're not getting no sleep. They're gonna wake up every 2 hours. But later on, you know, that is how you get your sleep. So we put her in that. And I think she can wear that until she's like 9 months or something like that. I have to double check, but it's some number like that. And then I think you can buy another size up for when they're older. But I think after 9 months or so, I wanted her to just be able to go into her bed by herself without any of that stuff on there. So I really like that. There's another one, y'all, that I want to show you, which is what my husband bought. Let me show you guys really quick. Okay, so these labels my husband got from Amazon, and it's just like these, and it looks like this. And they're supposed to be washable. We have not checked to see if it really does work or not, but I love these. And let me tell you, this is something that you don't think of because you just don't think of it, but they come in so handy if your child is going to daycare. So we got these, and then we also got these as well too. So it comes with like a marker, and you can actually, we put it on her bottles so they don't get mixed up with other people's bottles, but you just literally, like, it fits, it just stretches and it goes over the bottle, and then it gives you a dry erase marker to write their names on here and stuff like that. These are perfect, y'all. Like, everything is labeled. The book bag, her car seat, like everything, because we have one of her kids, they have the same book bag. We have somebody else who has the same car seat, and they've gotten them mixed up once before. And so my husband was like, look what I found. And I was like, perfect, honey boo, perfect. So I think these are so great. And they're easy to come off as well too. So if you guys have kids that are going to, if they are going to, what is it called? Daycare, these things are like so perfect. And there's a lot, well, I'm not gonna say that, yeah, there's a good amount of them in here so that you can label them so they don't get lost anywhere. So I really love those. That was just something that I did want to throw into the system. And then lastly, y'all, is Love Every, and they are a subscription. I'm not gonna talk too much about them because baby girl really hasn't gotten, I'm not gonna say interact, I'm gonna say she's not old enough yet for me to say whether she loves it, likes it, or it doesn't matter. But that is what we use. It's a subscription. It's based on how old she is, and they'll send her a box. Right now she gets one every 2 months or every other month, something like that. She's right now, I want to say, on the Charmer, which was 3 to 4 months, and then they just shipped her 5 to 6 months box, and it just comes with like several different toys for her age. And I mean, she plays with all of them. She loves them. She eats them. She got a rattle. She shakes it. She's very intrigued with it, and that is just what we're going with, because like I said, we are not buying toys for her. It's just where we are right now. And so we're on that subscription. To me, I feel like it's enough. We pay $80, like I said, maybe about every 2 months. And I think if we were buying toys just in general, we would pay that much. You see something that's lighting up, we go and pick it up. We go and get this, we go and get that, we get all these things. I think that adds up. And so for me, $80 is a good price because it comes with everything that she should be playing with at that age. And even if she's older, all of those toys are something that she could still play with as she gets older, if that makes sense. So those are the things that I'm really enjoying right now, 5 months into this with baby girl, and some of the things that I love. There are things that like I don't care for, but I think I kind of talked about it in why I love these items, because these items just don't work for our household. And with that being said, now that we do have a child, our budget has changed drastically, and I'm still trying to work around and get used to certain things. I'm not gonna even lie. Daycare is hitting me, y'all, hitting me. But after August, we should be fine. So you guys will be able to see that in our budget for August. But we are getting there. I should have planned a little bit better, but now I know, and I'm getting it together. I didn't think about how much it would actually affect my budget. I just knew we would be okay, but yeah, no, we're not there yet, y'all. Give me until August and we'll be there. So budgeting with baby is a little bit different. I kind of was like binge watching some of my old videos, and I was like, dang girl, dang, do you know what you could do if you didn't have to pay for daycare? Oh goodness. But yeah, that's what budgeting is for. It's not too far off, you know, with this formula shortage. We are stacking up a little bit more on formula than we would have expected, but I mean, it is what it is. You just gotta figure that out. Other than that, I feel like we've been okay with budgeting. I think we just went and purchased like some diapers because now she's heading into size 3 diapers, but we had like a lot of diapers and wipes and things of that sort, and then we're also buying new clothes for her as well because she's outgrown everything pretty much. And so I think those things just come with like a little bit of saving and then spending, saving and spending. I am going to say though, in the beginning, I'm glad that I have great neighbors who actually had like newborn clothes and stuff like that. So I actually did a combination of new clothes and like gently used clothes, so I didn't have to spend so much like up front. So that may or may not be the plan going forward. But y'all, that is my 5-month postpartum edition. I will keep you guys updated. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.